Hey everyone, it's Henry for Tech Daddy Videos. Welcome back. Tonight I'm going to have a special guest on. It's going to be Steve. He's one of my members, and he's going to give you an update on what has been happening with him since we kind of grouped together. And so we want to make sure that he answers all your questions. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and use the chat box, and once you get into the chat box there, just ask away, and then we'll be able to answer all those questions for you. So let me go ahead, and we are going to be talking about the buy box tonight. We're going to be talking about a few other things. We're going to update you on the automatic 10-cent campaigns that I ran for my account and for what Steve ran for his account. So, just be ready for that. Okay, so guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We'll be right back right after this.
Action.
What the? All right, we are back, and what we're going to do is we see if we can get Steve on here for a second and see if we can go live with him and see if we can get in touch with him. There he is. Hey, what's up there, Steve? How are you?
Hi, everybody. Hello, Henry. I can't up now. I can see myself all of a sudden. That's a good thing.
Ta-da! Yeah, the magic of live TV. So,
Okay.
we were kind of talking about the automatic 10-cent campaign, and we were getting into that. And I wanted to give people an update on that. At the same time, I want, for them to kind of see how you're doing since, you kind of teamed up with me here, and see how you progress from kind of start to finish. And what we're gonna have is try to get people to come in and talk about whatever they want to talk about. Ask you any type of question. Hearing it from you, which would be awesome. That's something that we want to do. And it looks like Amazon Guy 420 just came in. I started a 10-cent campaign on the KDP book. All right, good luck on that. Hopefully that the book sales are going to be pretty good. So how are things been going with you? I mean, as far as Amazon itself.
Well, ever since I hooked up with you, basically, I'm giving you all the credit because you deserve it. But things have been going really well. I learned a lot from you in the course, and along the way, we've helped each other out. Hopefully, I know you've helped me a lot
Yeah.
and shared a lot of ideas, and I think we work well together. And my sales have really just exploded. Um, I can't thank you enough. Um, it's going very well. I mean, everything that I'm listing now is working. I've tweaked a lot of things. I learned a lot along the way, and basically, um, all the listings are maximized. Uh, Front
So
end, back end, keywords, everything.
all right.
Uh,
So what did you do when you maximize your listing? What happened to your sales, and kind of just let them know what happened is when you changed and did everything what you should have been doing. Steve's volume is a bit low. That's what they're saying.
right.
So I don't know. Might want to bring your mic up a little bit closer to you. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's better. That's much better. I can hear it now. So, but yeah, just kind of just let them know as far as optimizing your sales. What did you do? The new algorithm for Amazon and so forth.
Yeah, well, I think we both kind of hit on this at the same time, uh, where we were looking at the back end of our listing that we didn't care about before. That basically it was blank. Uh, and after filling that in and putting the proper information in, basically what needs to go in there in all those categories, I think both of us did it together. I think we did it on a Friday afternoon, if I can remember correctly. And geez, the sales on that weekend just really took off. I mean, it's almost like we were feeding the algorithm. It just changed everything. And I know since then you've made a video about it. And, I was online and I watched it, and you're spot on what to do. It worked. It really helps a lot, and I was amazed at the difference.
Yeah, I mean that's where you kind of have to, like you said, do everything that we had showed you to do in the Amazon A to Z course, and at the same time, that video that I put out there on YouTube, there's a lot of people that are getting or benefiting from it because of them optimizing their listings now and doing what they should be doing. And then with the automatic 10-cent campaigns that we're putting out there, those seem to be much better. I know as far as I have a video for you guys tonight on the automatic 10-cent campaign update. I'm gonna show that to you guys. Also, the buy box, how I was able to get 99% on the buy box, and I'm gonna show you the whole month of where I was and where I'm at now. So I did a video on that. So I'm going to show you that tonight too. So it kind of you can chime in on that when they watch the video and what have you. But I just wanted to enlighten them on what you were doing and how you were doing and how things were working out for you. So Angel Riva says a lot better. So I guess they can hear you now much better than
Okay.
which is good. So, if you guys have comments, if you guys have anything that you want to, ask or what have you, ask Steve, feel free. I mean, put it in the comments. We'll go ahead and read the chat box. We'll read the comments for you guys. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you guys a video on the buy box, and that way you guys can take a look at that first, okay? Looking and sounding good. What's the deal.com. Appreciate it. Appreciate your guys' feedback on that. So why don't we go ahead and we get into that. I'm going to go ahead and get into the buy box, winning the buy box in 2019. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, today I wanted to touch base on buy box percentages. I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the buy box, how to get the buy box, and everything else like that. You are looking at my dashboard here for this week, and I want to show you what has been going on with my buy box, and wanted to make sure you guys understand that. Now, there's several things that you guys had to have done to increase the sales of the buy box and you getting the buy box. For those of you that don't know what a buy box is when somebody clicks on a product and you are about to buy it where it says buy now. When you click on the buy now, you're going to see a little name right on the lower, just right below that. And that's going to tell you who is actually in the buy box. Now the buy box rotates. And so you want to make sure that you do everything possible to win the buy box. That's the whole idea. As you guys see right here, from May 5th, starting out to, let me see here, May 5th was at 85%, and it's kind of been going up and down, right? So what I did is I started optimizing my listings just a little bit better on all my listings, and once I did that, my sales have just taken off and gone through the roof. As you can see right here, the last update was June 1st. And so Right now is the 3rd of June, so that was the last update, and I'm at 99% on my buy box. So what that tells me is that I am winning the buy box 99% of the time out of 100. Okay, and how that really affects your sales is you can see right here. My sales conversion is at 89%, which is ridiculous, and that tells me that I'm making tons and tons of sales. Now, just this last few weeks alone, I've been making a lot more sales, and a lot more sales have been increased because of what I did with my listings itself. Now, I average anywhere from 200 to 300 sales a day. Now, that could add up to quite a bit every single week and every single month as far as income is concerned. And so that's where you guys need to be. You guys need to have your buy box percentage and win that buy box percentage. If you're able to win the buy box percentage, you will generate more sales. I promise you that. So if you guys don't know how to do this, take a look at my training at Tech Daddy Videos. Take a look at the packages that I have to offer. It is in my Amazon A to Z course, and we will help you. I will help you with that, trying to get your sales up with that. So take a look at that, and hopefully that helps you guys out. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get right back into our live training and my live videos. So we will see you guys in a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask while I'm on this subject. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so that was just one of the videos there on the buy box, and it was just kind of showing people, the potential that could happen with the buy box itself. So, what did you think about that, Steve?
Wow, that's amazing. That's something new to me. I never saw that chart before. I'm interested on how you got to it. I'd like to see it myself and play with it.
Yeah, it's very simple. You just go into the back office, and once you go into the back office, it's under price. I couldn't remember offhand what the exact tab is, but it's back there in your back office. So
Okay.
it'll give you that, and then once and I'll try to figure it out when we're on live or what have you. So I don't want
Okay.
to get too much information. So okay, so let me see here on the comments. Let's see. Henry, what do you think about this group of people charging 10,000, 15,000, and 25,000 for Amazon automation? Well,
My God.
Steve.
My God. For what? I don't know what he's referring to, but I guess automating what? Your shipments, automating everything. You just sit back and supposedly count the money. I
Yeah,
don't think it works that way.
Fortnite stories. If you can elaborate on that, that would be great. But what I'm thinking that you're saying, and just from what I'm gathering, is there's people out there that are charging 10,000, 50,000 to do Amazon automation, which is impossible. Okay. First of all, you need to know what products that are moving. You need to know what's selling, and so automatic campaigns. They're a dime a dozen. I mean, you can spend a lot of money on automatic campaigns if you're not doing it correctly. And when we talk about and when we say that you must optimize your listing, each and every one of your listings that you have to the T, that is the
Yeah.
only way that you are going to have a buy box percentage of 99% to 100% and guaranteeing and being in the ballpark with everybody else as far as dollar figures and what have you. What you have to really realize, and maybe Steve, you can enlighten me on this, but you have to have a great reviews, great feedback, you have to have be in the ballpark of your product being compared to other people's product, price being good, putting in your campaigns, manual campaigns, automatic campaigns, and optimizing your listings to the T. I mean, when I say to the T, every single field that Amazon requires must be taken care of. Fortnite Story says they say it's for dropping from U.S. suppliers and they take care of everything. Oh, and you just sit back. Oh,
Yeah. I don't, I don't understand that. I don't see how that's possible. Everyone will be doing it, and
yeah.
I don't think anyone's an expert at it.
No. Listen, I've been doing this for going on 12 years, and I run my business like a business. And I was talking to somebody, I think, a couple of days ago, and they talked about the same thing, drop shipping and having virtual assistants going out there and running the business for them. Now, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this or not, Steve, but you know, when you have a winning product, would you trust somebody from overseas to make sure they don't steal your product in any way, or know that your product is a hit and them not be your competitor? And to me, it's like, I'm running my business, it's my business, I know what sells, I know what doesn't sell, and I would rather be the person that is working for my business instead of depending on somebody else to run your business.
Oh yeah, there's too many horror stories about that, about people from overseas. I mean, if you divulge too much information, sooner or later they're going to say to themselves, "Well, gee, why don't I just eliminate this guy and do it directly, and you're out the door." I try to use a lot of discretion with that. Gee, I mean, here we are talking, and Henry will agree. We don't we don't want to share our information too much, and because we've earned the spot that we're at, and if you took that away from me, that was part of my learning process. Also, I mean, everything that I do started out cumbersome, and along the way I've got the knack of how to repeat it, and a lot of it's just like automatic now, and that comes with time, and it's part of the learning process. It's I don't look. This is not. It's a career. It's a job, but it is enjoyable, especially when you're successful. I mean, I look forward to. I get up in the morning and I can't wait to see how many sales I had overnight.
Right.
What a different feeling.
Right.
I mean, don't take that away from me.
Right. I mean, and that's where I feel like drop shipping. Look, I mean, guys, there's tons of people that may disagree with me on this, but the fact of the matter is, Amazon, uh, their algorithm, the way they run their business, and everything else, they are in favor of huge companies like Nike, like Under Armour, like any other big
Yeah.
corporation out there, because they sell the same thing over and over and over and over again. So therefore, their product is just going to be on the first page all the time because they have repeat sales, constant sales. And I preach and I preach and I tell people, look, if you're drop shipping 100 different items, you better make sure that those 100 different items sell every single day and sell as much as you can every single day in order for you to get on the first page, second page, or third page of whatever that particular product is. So, drop shipping doesn't work for me. And that's wholesaling. I started out wholesaling, and now I private label, and most of my stuff is private label. So, you know, it's just you're kind of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and it's
I guess
go ahead.
I look at it as like we kind of all started out that way. But guys, I mean, grow out of drop shipping. That business model is a dead end street. It's so labor intensive, and sooner or later you're going to get caught with your pants down because you're going to sell a product to somebody, and you're going to realize that it's out of stock from your source, and you only need that to happen once or twice, and Amazon will drop you like a bad dream,
What
and
happened?
rightly so.
What happens when you run out of product? When you run out of product, I mean, you got a good selling product right now, and the product is moving extremely fast, and you're selling, a lot a day. What happens
Oh,
when you run out? Explain to them, let them
Oh,
know.
it's the kiss of death. I mean, it's like starting all over again. You're back of the line. You're not
BSR.
only are you out of product, but understand this: even when you get the product and you ship it into the FBA center, depending on where you ship it and how that center is operated, they're all not the same. I can vouch for that. It might sit there 2 or 3 days while you're losing sales.
Right.
Your velocity drops off, your BSR number changes, you're in trouble. You don't want things to ever go out of stock.
Right. And
It's difficult, by the way.
and today you ordered some product today. It cost you how much?
40 some $100.
Okay. But that 47 something $100 of product that you ordered basically is going to get you plenty of inventory, get you plenty of product to get put in,
Yeah.
and then on your next order, do you think you're going to be ordering $4,500 worth of product? I seriously doubt it. I think you'll probably be
No.
ordering
But,
$8,000,
well,
$9,000.
right. And I started out on this, and Henry could vouch for this. I started out buying literally, I think there's 4 boxes in a case.
Yeah.
I think my first order was one case. And the mentality of that was, oh my God, I hope this sells. Well, guess what? It did sell. And now my mentality has changed completely. Now my mentality, I don't worry about whether it's going to sell or not. I worry about keeping up with it
Right.
and getting the inventory in. And trust me, it's a nice problem. I'm not complaining, but it's totally different of where you're at right now. I mean, it just changes dramatically once it's like a snowball going down a hill. And once it keeps on going, it's a runaway train. And you're going to find that you have to keep up with it.
Right.
It's a nice problem.
It's a good problem to have. So,
Yeah.
what's the deal? It says drop shipping can get your account messed up quickly. Yeah, I can. I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about it because there's a lot of people out there that are drop shipping. I don't want to scare them out of whatever. But the fact of the matter is, when you drop ship, it's like retail arbitrage. It's the exact same thing. You make very little money off of it. By the time that you pay all the fees and everything else, and they don't realize that, and it's going to catch up to them. Okay, they work hard, and they work hard, and there you go. And so you want to make sure that you have your account, and your account is doing well over $10,000 a month. I exceeded that this week, and so for me, it's like I can drive it into you. I can try to tell you what is going to work, what is not going to work, but there are a lot of people out there that they they just they want to continue doing what they're doing, and they're looking on the internet trying to figure it out. And I mean, I see a lot of people here in the chat that are new, that are just coming up, that I've seen for the very first time. Epic Box, nice video, appreciate that, Epic Box.
Yeah.
And thank you for the comment, appreciate that. And then thank you, OLA gave me a nice $5 from Super Chat. Appreciate that. I think he liked Steve coming on today, so that's good. Benny Oliveras says, "Hi Henry, how do I get on the first, second, and third page on Amazon?" Listen to this, Steve. Is it
Yeah.
advertising? What is better, automatic or manual campaigns? I believe you have a very good product. How do I get people to see me?
Well, the best advice I can give you is go back and watch Henry's video on that 10-cent automatic campaign. I was skeptical at first too. I'm thinking to myself, no way, this isn't going to generate anything. Let me tell you, it's like having a sugar cube with a bunch of flies around it. It just seems like people just go after it, and it just keeps on repeating, and you don't touch it. You just leave it alone,
Just let
and
it
it
be.
generates sales, and it generates low cost advertising sales to the point that we're all taught about the manual campaigns, and manual campaigns are great, but I'll tell you, unless you tweak your pay per click every day and you're on it, that can be very, very expensive, and you got to watch it. And I'm watching it all the time, but I'll tell you, even when I run great manual campaigns, it does not compare to that little 10-cent dynamo in the background. It's much better.
What I'm going to do is, speaking of that, I made a video of the update today of my 10-cent automatic campaign. Okay, exactly the shirt that I'm wearing here. Um, I made a video on it, giving you guys an update. so, um,
That's
what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the video of the update, and this is automatic campaign that I did, and we are at our second um, month, so 2 months. So Steve, we're going to get into this. We're going to go ahead and show you guys this automatic 10-cent campaign update, and we'll go ahead and get started on that, and then you guys can ask your questions. Feel free to ask any questions you guys want. And then Benny Oliveras, we're going to get right back into answering your question right after you watch this video. But we're going to go ahead and show you that, and show you the 10-cent update. Okay? So hopefully I got the right video. I think I do. So let me see if I can get this on for you guys. Hey guys, just wanted to give you an update on the automatic 10-cent campaign that I was running. And I am still running this automatic campaign. This is going on 2 months now. I actually started this out in April of this year. And what I'm doing is I'm running the campaign till November, just to kind of see. As you can see right here, I am doing $100 a day. Now, it's been going on 2 months already, and I've spent a total of $223 in the 2 months, generated 74 orders, and was able to make $2,114.91, keeping my ad cost of sales down at 10%. It did go up a little bit. I was running it around 8%. And it did increase, and the reason why is because now we are starting to get into negative keywords that could be affecting it, and we need to do a search term report and find out which keywords are costing us money on it. So let's go ahead and click into the automatic 10-cent campaign. All right, so what I did here is the automatic 10-cent campaign. I was looking at this, and this is in the 2-month period right here. As you can start to see, my sales here were phenomenal at 63 orders for $1,800. And then now it's starting to drop, right? Only have 2 sales for 30 bucks or what have you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search term report find out why my automatic campaign is starting to drop, and that's most likely because there are negative keywords that are coming into play. And once that happens, what's going to happen is your ACOS is going to start to climb and start to go up. So we want to make sure that we take full control of that. So since I've seen that, now what I'm going to do is figure out which keywords are being spent on, and we're going to take those out, and the automatic campaign should start to go right back up again. All right. So there are a few of you guys that were asking, about increasing the price here. I found the sweet spot around 40 cents. This was after like the 4th week that I ran the campaign, and it's continuing to do sales. It's continuing to make me money. So I definitely want to just leave this running. Now, anybody who does not know what an automatic 10-cent campaign is, it's a campaign that you can run really, really cheap at 10 cents, and you start to increase it by 10 cents more every single week until sales start to drive and you start to gain sales. It is a very cheap campaign that you could run, not make a whole lot of money. As you guys see, I've spent $100 a day, and the total amount spent was $223 in 2 months. That's pretty damn good. And at 10% ACOS, that's phenomenal. You want to try to get this in the single digits if you can. It's not always going to happen, guys. I mean, we would love to have it, but it just depends on your product. Now, if you run a 10-cent automatic campaign and you have no sales at all, and you start to do exactly what I've been doing here, take a look at your product, because that's probably what it is. It's not in demand. It's not high enough. People aren't wanting to buy it, and so we'll pay real close attention to it. But if it's a product that people want to purchase and people want to buy every single day, they're going to buy it, okay? And so this campaign is going to help you with that. All right, guys, I just wanted to give you an update on this. This is going on 2 months now, and on my automatic 10-cent campaign, I'm running it right now at 40 cents per click right now, and I have spent a total of $223 and generated over $2,000 in sales. So with that being said, we're going to get right back to our live show, and we will talk to you guys in a minute. All right, guys, see you soon. All right, so okay, so Benny, we pretty much we were talking about that as far as manual campaigns, and we were talking about automatic campaigns, and when you were running, and I'm going to try to answer some of these questions. I think Fortnite Story says, what do you mean by 10-cent campaigns, right? So 10-cent campaigns, basically, Fortnite is, what you're going to do is you're going to create a campaign that you are going to do 10 cents per click. You can have a daily budget, which is totally different, of $100, $50, $200, $300 per day. Okay, obviously, you see that I set mine at $100 per day, and I spent a total in 2 months around 200 and I think $23, Steve. So
Yes.
yeah, so and generated over $2,000 in sales. So that brings my ACOS down, and some people can't get it to 10%. Some people can get it to 30%, 40%, 50%, and automatic campaigns are designed to find what keywords are working for you, and then you do manual campaigns, right? You do manual campaigns for that. So what I like to do, and what I did on this one, and what Steve did on this one, was we started out with 10 cents, and every single week, okay, we bumped it up another 10 cents. So the cost per click went from 10 cents to 20 cents, the third week to 30 cents, and then the fourth week we kept it at 40 cents, and it's been working pretty good right there around 40 cents. So there's people that kind of jump the gun and they sit there and go, oh no, I'm going to go 50 cents, 60 cents and beat everybody else. But what you're doing is you're not um, going out there and getting this campaign to the best of its ability. You want to be able to start off at 10 cents, see what it does. What happens if you get sales at 10 cents? You're paying for cheap advertising. And that's basically what it is cheap advertising, as cheap as you can get it, and create sales. Now, I spent $223 in 2 months for automatic campaigns that generated $2,000. That's pretty damn good. I'll do that all day long because I know that there's people out there that have created automatic campaigns and would put $1, $1.50, or $2 on there per click, and
Yeah.
they're spending on automatic campaigns, and they're running out every single day. Every single day they're running out. So you want to make sure that you go out there and keep an eye on this daily. Now, I noticed that my sales after 2 months now starting to decline, and so the reason why is because I have never checked for negative keywords because my sales were continuing. Now that they're starting to slow down, now I'm going to do a search term report, going to find out where the money is being spent and eliminate those keywords, add them into my campaign, and now the sales will start to go up and your ACOS will start to go down. If you can get it in single digits, awesome. That'd be great. But, how's your automatic campaign going, by the way, Steve?
It's very similar to yours, Henry.
Okay.
It's amazing. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me. I can get them if you want me to, but it's very similar. But don't forget, the whole time you're doing this, you're increasing sales velocity, and the fact that you're being seen, you're generating organic sales. And how do you measure that?
Right.
That's in the background. That's the plus that you can't measure. Um, yeah, just the sweet spot is around 40 cents that we've discovered, and
Yeah.
just let it go. I mean, I think I'm very similar to yours, but if I looked at my chart, to be honest with you, Henry, I think that my peaks and valleys are all due to lack of inventory.
Yeah.
Uh, and I would suggest that you could be out of a couple products too, and that would affect your campaign. But
Yeah.
the ACOS is the key.
Yeah.
You're down around single digits. I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
If you're running a 30 or 40% margin on a product that's costing you 10, I mean, my God, do it all day long.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize. When they go out there and they spend money on advertising, and I always tell people, look, set up a 30% advertising budget. Okay, keep 30% aside for your advertising budget. But with automatic campaigns like this, the 10-cent automatic campaign, I'm not even close. I'm not even close to it. I have another campaign that I'm running that I've been running for years, and I've done $28,000 in sales. I'm sorry, I spent $28,000 just on advertising, and I've had triple the sales on it. But a lot of it has to do with manual campaigns and very few automatic campaigns. It was this one that I actually went ahead and started and tried out, and I don't think there's anybody else on the internet that's showing their numbers like mine. Like I showed this when I started. I showed this, I think, 4 weeks in, and now I'm showing this 2 months out. And
Yeah.
I'll continue for you guys if you guys want. Doesn't matter. I'm not afraid to show my numbers because they are what they are. And so for me, it's it's proof is in the pudding. So Alfredo De Niro says, "Hey Henry, can you talk about multiple variation packaging and how to set it up on Amazon?" Well, I mean that's another video altogether because variations, you can set up variations. I think Steve, you have variations on some of your products. you know.
Yes.
And so that's in my Amazon A to Z course. It shows you how to set up the variations on that. And you have to make sure, like when you set up variations, your packaging and everything else, it's like this. You have a parent listing, and then you have what they call child listings. The child listings go under the parent listing. So the parent listing is what it is. It's right there. And then say I have one, two, three, four different variations: blue, green, red, yellow, white, whatever. Okay. If I'm promoting that particular product and there's four or five different colors on that, you have to make sure that your packaging and everything else is on those, and make sure that you have the best pictures that complement that particular product. So, it again, that's a whole different video, and it's a long video because there's a lot that goes into it. But make sure each and every one of those are optimized, Alfredo. And great question. I mean, good question. So, um, let me see here. Oh, Alfredo says, wait, you can change your cost per click yourself? Yeah, yeah. You can change your advertising cost per click at any time. Yeah, that's not an issue. Alfredo also says, are you generating enough profit to hire an ordering and prepping manager?
Can I answer that?
Mm-hmm. I actually I
I,
want you to answer that because I already told all my members know I'm cheap. I'm a cheap guy, and I don't go out there. I do everything myself. So when it comes to stuff like that, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about that. So yeah, you got the floor, Steve.
I think I'm just as cheap as you, Henry. My wife will vouch for that. But guys, even if I got to that point, I'm not there. I mean, I don't know how do you measure that point? But you got to understand, you're taking the fun out of it. You're taking the fun out of it. You're taking the learning out of it. Continue what you're doing. I mean, we're talking about things that are far down the road, even for me. And I'm successful now, and I'm not complaining. I love it. I like this. This is not a job. This is, I mean, a job is out there digging ditches and getting up with an alarm clock and saying yes sir, no sir to a boss, or I feel like I'm back in the Navy again. But you know what I mean? That's a job. This is totally different. You're your own scheduler. You're your own. Everything depends on you. Why take that away from you? Even when you reach that point, you've got to stay involved.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and to me, that's something that is very very good. It's a good observation, and it's something that you should be treating this like it's your business. Okay, I don't care. I've been doing this for a long time, and I keep repeating that. But the fact of the matter is that I would rather keep all the profits. I don't want to give it out to a virtual assistant. I don't want to give it out to a prep source. I don't want them to prep my products, charge me $1 per unit to go out there and do that. That's for people that are just flat out lazy. And you think about this. You think about it as it's your income. Your income. If I'm making $10,000 this week, do you think I really want to give out a third of that to somebody who can prep it when I can do it myself? No, I do everything myself. I send the products in, I visualize, I inspect it, I check to make sure that everything is exactly what it is when I ordered it. I make sure it's the right color, the right size, the right product that I ordered, and then I send the product in to Amazon and let them handle it. You know, I'm taking a trip, and this trip I'm leaving. So when I send this, I'm going out of the country. So when I send this product into Amazon, I put myself on vacation for merchant fulfilled products, but guess what? My product is still selling in Amazon's FBA. It won't stop until it runs out of product. And that's a good thing. That's something that it will continue to do sales. Your BSR ranking will not go down at all because if you're still continuing to sell, and that's a good thing about Amazon FBA. If you're doing merchant fulfilled, then well, okay, that's a different story. You save a little bit of money when you do it yourself, but when you're ready to go on vacation, like myself or you, Steve, we send everything into Amazon, let them take care of it, even though they charge you what they charge you. So there's a few questions here. Crypto Truck says, hello, I just started my first product, end life impressions, 4,000 clicks, 75 cents spent, 40 euros, and I have 3 sales. Well, Crypto Truck, have you tried the 10-cent automatic campaign? Try it. Always make sure that you try it. If you're clicking at 75 cents, it's still a little high. Definitely do the 10-cent campaign, and hopefully just put that as an extra campaign, and that way you have that, and it's there for you, and it makes you sales, and you kind of forget about it. Set that at, I don't know, I mean, you're at euros. I don't know what $100 a day for me or for you is, but on euros, but definitely put some money on it. You're not going to spend that much because it's almost impossible to go out there and spend. So, all right. Okay. And then Alfredo says, maybe I'm looking for the exit as a passive income source that can be sold for 3 times profit. That is, that right there is a gold mine or a gold nugget product. And if you can find a product that's a gold nugget that's going to do 3 times, 4 times, 5 times in sales, then you're going to jump all over that. But those are hard to find. And that's what a lot of people are kind of hoping for and wishing for. And so it was just funny that I ran into somebody and they told me that they have people out there that are charging 25,000, 35,000, 45,000, and they guarantee that you're going to have sales in 1 year. And I just shook my head, and I was like, wow. And I sat there and I go, you know what I can do with $35,000 in product? I can make sales. And you know what? Here's the thing. Here was the kicker. They don't know what product it is because they don't tell them. They get virtual assistants to go out there and do it, and they don't tell them what product is making them money. So who's in charge of that business? Yeah. Who's in charge of that? And to me, I said, stay far, far away from it unless you want to lose 25 grand, 35 grand. That's totally up to you. But for me, I want to make sure that if I'm spending $25,000, $35,000, I am in full charge of my business, and I want to make sure that that product is working for me, and I damn want to make sure that I know what product it is that's making me money. And I'm keeping that as far away from any virtual assistant overseas in the Philippines or anywhere else that they have them, and say, I'm keeping that myself. So he goes, well, they're in the Philippines. I said, so what? They can still sell on Amazon. They don't have to, I mean, nothing's going to stop them from stealing your product, stealing your idea, and turning around and selling it. I mean, people don't think about it, but it does happen. There are a lot of scrupulous people out there that are going to take your product and, try to shut you down or do anything for any reason. It's going to happen. Those are called your competitors. So, with that being said, Steve, I mean, what do you think? I mean, as far as...
Yeah, I'm not there yet, Henry. I got to tell you, the trust factor alone in that, I mean, if I had a virtual assistant, I think I'd start out with a family member. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just not there yet. I'm enjoying this ride, for the time being. And if I ever grew to that point, I mean, I don't know if I have enough years left. But what I'm saying is it, it's a nice ride. I mean, I enjoy what I'm doing, and it's been a while since I can say that, and I truly enjoy what I'm doing now. So I used to be a heavy golfer. I used to golf 3 4 days a week, and I enjoy that,
Yeah.
and I still enjoy following golf and everything. But this year, you know what? I decided that I'm not going to renew my golf membership. I'm going to play golf on occasion because I can, but I decided that I'm having fun doing this, and I'm getting rewarded for the time that I spent learning this. And all my people around me that know that I do this, they're all like asking me when they come up to me, "Hey, by the way, how you doing with that?" And every once in a while, the ones that I trust, I'll say, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing good now. It's interesting, and I'm
Right.
learning every day." But it took me years to get to this point. This wasn't an overnight success.
No.
No. And now I'm enjoying it. To me, it's this is the fun point. Then make that decision. When you're not there, it's easy to talk about. Once you're here, I don't think you want to give it up. I know I don't.
No, not at all. And that's the beauty about it is when you wake up in the morning and you take a look at your Amazon app and you all of a sudden you've had over $200 in sales, $300 in sales right when you woke up. So you already know that come 12 midnight, hell, you have a potential of making quite a bit of sales. I've been doing well over $1,000 per day for the last 6 weeks already um, in my sales, to where I get disappointed when I don't have $1,000 day. You know, and Memorial Day, I tripled that. So Memorial Day was one of the best days uh, this whole year, where I made a ton of money. And you have another holiday that's coming up that you should be making a lot of money if you're selling the right product and you're selling the right thing. And that's 4th of July weekend. 4th of July weekend, a lot of people stay home. And if there's anything that I can give to you guys that are out there selling on Amazon right now, that if I could turn around and tell you, is make sure that on that holiday, that weekend, is to put more money down on advertising than you ever did before, and see how well you do and how well your product does, even if it's a crappy product. And you're going to find out sales will be there. So Steve, what I'm telling you is, if you're doing $20 a day on advertising, for example, put it up to 200 for that weekend, 200 a day for that whole weekend, and see how well your sales happen. Now um, there's another day that's coming in June, late June, and that is Prime Day. When Prime Day comes, make sure you have your stuff into Amazon's warehouse before June 21st, and you will get your stuff in there for Prime Day and triple your advertising sales for Prime Day. You will be surprised how much money you're going to make. You know, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my automatic campaign on, my 10-cent automatic campaign, just going to let them be. What I'm going to do is for that weekend, for Prime Day, on my automatic 10-cent campaign, instead of $100 a day, I'm putting it to $300 a day. You'll never reach it, for one, but the how the impressions, how many times it's actually going to be showing up for that day is going to be great. So make sure that if you have $100 a day, bump it up to $300 a day. Don't be afraid that you're going to say, "Oh, $300 can come out of my pocket." No, it's not. It's almost impossible, especially with such a low campaign, a 10-cent campaign. They have to be running impressions all day long in order for you to get to those costs. Where it's going to cost you $300 a day. It's not.
I
So,
guess the way I look at it is it's a commitment to how much skin you're putting in the game.
well,
That's how Amazon looks at
that's
it.
exactly how Amazon looks at it. Amazon looks at it at this. Okay, I'm putting in $200 a day. You're putting in $10 a day. Who do you think they're going to give the advertising budget to? The guy who's spending $200 a day, or the person that's spending $10 a day? And that's the mindset that you have to have, that you have to look at and be aware of. And that's where the people who know what they're doing, that know sales and that are getting sales, they have huge advertising budgets where they would sit there,
Wow.
like the big corporations, and go out there and put $4,000 a day on advertising for Nike or for Under Armour or for any other big corporation. They're spending the money because they're making the sales constantly. Now, you're no different if you're selling one product, two products, three products. If that product is a money maker for you, go out there and get that budget and set it for a little higher and see what happens. Just try it over a weekend. Try it over a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and see what happens. And anybody who's listening to this on YouTube, try it and see what happens. And hopefully you guys are making some money, and hopefully you guys realize that and say, oh, I want part of his training. I'm going to be taking his course and, and learning more that you should be learning. So, with that, that's just some free advice for you guys to go out there and make sure that don't be afraid to spend the money, especially on the holidays, especially on Prime Day. Prime Day is just like Christmas all over again in June. So,
You touched on something else that I can't wait to say that I've done this. You're going away on vacation. I'm going away on vacation too. And I can't wait for the first time to be on vacation and actually say that I'm making money.
yeah,
I mean, it's different. The whole time you're on vacation, you look at that as like, well, I worked all damn year to get to this point, and now I'm going to spend it. And the whole week or the two, whatever it is, you're going to spend more than you usually spend.
right.
But I don't know how many people are out there that can actually say, well, gee, I might take a little time while I'm by the pool to pull out my cell phone and see what my sales were today.
Mm-hmm.
My God, how different is that?
Well, when you're doing 200 sales a day or 300 sales a day, you realize that, you see that, and it's something that you go, oh, I have this little hidden gem or what have you. Steve, what I want you to do, okay, as my student, what I want you to do before you take off on vacation, before you leave on vacation, for that whole, whatever it is, 10 days, 14 days that you're on vacation,
Yeah,
get your campaign, whatever your best campaign is with the lowest ACOS,
yeah.
set it at $200 a day. Just set it at
Scary,
200. Huh?
scary stuff.
Why? Why is it scary? What happens if you are doing sales? Here's the thing.
Okay, I get you.
You're not doing merchant fulfilled. You're not fulfilling them yourself. You
True.
are selling the products that are already in Amazon. Let Amazon sell it for you. That's what it's going to do. So that campaign is strictly going to go for your Amazon FBA products. So you go into your actives, okay? You go into your actives, you go into Amazon, and then those are all the ones that you are just basically going to run that campaign for. $200 a day. Just let it go and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to get sales. You're going to come back and you're going to go, I had a great vacation. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm leaving the country. I'm going out of the country, and I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm sending everything in to Amazon. There you go, and what have you. Crypto Truck says auto or manual on, he says $200 on auto or manual.
Both. Either
Both.
one.
Yeah. I mean, you have to look at the campaign that is giving you the best ACOS, advertising cost of sale. And if that one is giving you, say, 15%, and that one's giving you the most sales, what you guys can do is you guys can go into your campaigns and you can break it down by sales and find out how many sales are actually being done on that one particular campaign. If that's the one that has the most on there, go and use that one and take care of that one and go out there and spend money on that one. If it's an automatic campaign that you want to try, go for it. Try it with that. So just make sure that when you are running these automatic campaigns, watch it every single day. That's not what you want to do when you're on vacation anyway. You want to sit back and relax because you are on vacation. So run your manual campaigns with the best ACOS and just let it go and see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I just got another sale. I don't know if you guys can see that. Another sale. So, while we're on talking.
That's your sales watch.
Yeah, my sales watch tells me. It tells
Most people
I
have
don't know
to
if you
think
can
that
see.
this guy's got a sales watch. Nice.
Well, here, let me turn it this way. So, no, you guys. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's so hopefully you guys learned something tonight. Hopefully, you learn that you have, you have that potential. Let me see here. UK FBA students says, Henry, are you leaving this video up so I can watch it tomorrow? Yeah, we're going to leave this up. This is going to be on YouTube. So feel free. I'm going to go ahead and put a nice title on this one. So yes, you'll be able to see that. What's up there, Bob? Bob Basante. Oh, there's Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Bob says, hi, Henry. I have increased my bid to 40 cents. I'm finally getting impressions. I will increase it every 3 days until I get a sale. Is that good? Let it run for a while. I mean, everybody tends to jump the gun or what have you. If you have yours at 40 cents and you're getting impressions but you're not getting sales, just slow it down. Just go out there.
It's your listing.
Yeah. Take a look at your listing, Bob. Make sure that you have all the keywords in there that you should have in there. Try to, watch the video that I have on the Amazon A to Z course, how to optimize your listing, and go from there. So, yeah, Bob was the one. I was Memorial Day weekend. I was up in San Diego, and I happened to meet Bob. Bob was one of my students, and he came up to me and says, hey, are you Henry? I said, yes. And he said, I'm one of your students. I was like, wow, and I was just on vacation having fun, and he was there, and we were able to introduce each other and take pictures and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I forgot to mention that, but it was nice to meet him. So, yeah, so that was pretty cool. And by the way, UK says, did you know you have your first Mexican heavyweight champion? Andy Ruiz beat our boy today. Last weekend. Well, yeah. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of Mexican fighters that are very, very good. And I didn't get to see the fight myself, but I heard it was a pretty decent fight. So that's pretty cool. And, hey, there's a lot of good fighters that come out of the UK too. So you can't take that for granted. So, all right. So let me see here. Hey guys, I'm just curious. Are the items you sell things that are sold by several other sellers, or are they very niched down? What's the deal? Says he wants to know, Steve, if the product that you sell, are there other sellers selling it, or is it your own niche, or what? Can you enlighten yourself on that?
Yeah, of course, we have competitors all the time, and I know I do. My best products have competitors, but we've actually, I have grown to the point that my competitors are chasing me. I mean, it's a nice, I mean, we've all been there. You got to start somewhere. You work your way up. But no, I'm not the only one selling the product. I should be so lucky.
I'm gonna step in on this one. I'm gonna tell you right now that the product that you're selling right now, Steve, you're the
Yeah.
big dog in the group. Okay?
Wow.
You're the shark right now that you're selling your product, and all the other ones are minnows. They're staying away from you. You're the big dog right there. You're selling. How many units do you think you sell a day? Just hypothetically, just right now. Just on one. Just give
Uh,
me one product. One product. Just one of your products, and just tell me how much are you thinking you're selling a day?
well, let's say 20 to 30.
Okay, so 20 to 30 is pretty good. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. Okay.
No,
Now,
no, I'm
is that
proud of it.
merchant fulfilled or is that Amazon FBA? Are you selling both?
I'm selling both, but
Okay, so you might as well
most of it
double
is
it.
FBA.
Yes, you might as well double that, because if you're trying to be modest and sitting there going, well, 20 or 30 a day, but what you're probably not telling them is that you're selling just as much on Amazon's FBA program than you are merchant fulfilled, because usually they're pretty close and they match each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So, yeah, to be honest, I think that you are, and I've looked at your product and I looked at what you're selling, and I've looked at your competitors, and we've optimized your listing. We made sure that your listing was perfect, and now you're getting the sales. And I honestly think that there's nobody, even the guys that were selling them a long time before you, that had many more reviews than you do, are selling less than you are now. And
Yeah,
and
that surprised me. You should touch on that more about the reviews.
well, why
I,
don't you
I,
touch on it? How many reviews on one of your products do you have? And this is one of the things that I had a debate with somebody the other day. They said you have to have a lot of reviews in order to make sales, and I said bullshit. Sorry, excuse my
yeah,
language. I have products that have zero reviews, zero, and I do 20 to 30 sales a day on zero reviews. And
yeah,
it's not the
I'm
fact
the
that
same way.
it's not the reviews that there's guys out there that are sitting there and they're promoting reviews, and they're sitting there going, oh, you got to have reviews, you got to have giveaways. That's the big thing now, is giveaways, which giveaways is a complete waste of my time and my money and my effort. I do not, and I have not given away a product in over a year, and I make constant sales. How many sales, how many products have you given away since we started this?
Oh, none. I don't give any away, and it you're just chasing something. I don't understand it either, Henry. I mean, I have no reviews on some of my products, and the product's an excellent product. And guess what? I won't say I have no reviews a month from now, because I'm going to get my reviews, but I'm
Right,
not going to pay for one of them.
right. You
And
don't
all
have
my
to.
product sales are at full price. You
There
got to
you go.
understand, when you give products away, Amazon's algorithm knows that those days are over.
Yeah, they have, people sit there and they go and they advertise on Facebook, and they use Facebook bots and all that other stuff. And what they don't realize is Amazon knows where every single sale came from. If it came from Facebook, they know it's a bot. They know exactly what it is. Amazon system is so smart that it's constantly changing and constantly on top of Facebook, Instagram, all these other places out there that are promoting Amazon and trying to get it from Facebook to Amazon and what have you. Which, I mean, do you promote yourself on Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, all that? Do you promote yourself on all those platforms?
No, No, I'm no. I mean,
What do
it
you
would
promote?
run
What do
me
you promote
ragged.
yourself on?
It would run me ragged.
What?
Amazon. That's it.
Okay,
Pay per click.
people go to Amazon to buy. People go to Facebook to chat. People go to Instagram to take pictures of themselves and whatever and show and this and that. Okay, the fact of the matter is, Amazon. There's people there with their wallets wide open. You go to Amazon to buy, and that's it. You don't go there to socialize. You don't go there to take pictures. You don't go over there to communicate with other sellers, what have you. You go there to buy. Everybody goes there to buy. I buy all my products there. I buy all my supplies there. Um, I just bought a whole bunch of supplies today from Amazon, and these are just labels. 100 sheet of labels that just came in, and I needed them yesterday. And I turned around and I bought these, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get and restock, and I did. I ran out of ink this weekend for my inkjet printer, and I found a great deal, and I bought two of them for less than $30. You know, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow. And they came the next day. They literally came the next day, and I put them in, and I'm back in business. That's the mindset of people. It's convenience. It's whether, oh, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to buy the product. Am I going to go to the store? Am I get in my car? Am I going to drive? And hopefully they have it, and hopefully it's cheap enough. No, people just go to Amazon. They go out there and they're done, and they buy, and it's there, the next day. So another sale just came in.
You got to get that watch to ding louder.
I have it on vibrate actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, again, it's like it's crazy because they don't. People don't realize. Um, they don't realize the potential of sales that could happen on Amazon. So,
It's a
um,
snowball. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like a runaway train. It's every wish you can imagine come true once it starts. It getting there is the problem, but then once it starts, it's like a runaway train, and it's feed the beast. That's your attitude, and it completely changes your logic. You used to worry about will it sell? Well, now of course it'll sell.
yeah,
Of course it'll sell. Your biggest problem is going to be can you keep up with it?
yeah. If you have the right product and you're selling the right product, of course, you're going to be able to um, keep it in stock and try to just keep it going. And keywords is a huge part of it. And a lot of people do not realize keywords. You have to have optimize your listing, have great keywords in it. And let me see, UK FBA student says, Henry, I have found that I am the first person to sell my product and it's not patent. All the keywords I'm targeting, I cannot see the product on Amazon. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I can't remember. There was a way to do that, Steve, where you're searching for your own product. I think you have to go like to Google and go into incognito or something. Um,
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one either, Henry.
yeah. Honestly, UK, I don't know. I think try Google and try to go incognito to where it doesn't uh, recognize you, and you might be able to look at your product that way. So, crypto truck software to trucking keyword, software to trucking keyword. I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand that one
Yeah,
either.
I don't understand that when crypto. You might want to rewrite that. So. But yeah, so we are going on an hour and 10 minutes already. Steve, I appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure, and
No problem.
I'm glad that you were able to tell everybody what you were doing. How you were doing, and it's been great working with you, and we're going to continue
Appreciate it.
that relationship. As a matter of fact. I just booked my tickets to head down to Florida from LAX. So I will be
Okay,
seeing you in November. I'm going to be heading up to Florida, and we'll spend some time there and stuff. So,
good.
okay. But yeah, anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I might surprise you and get to California before you get to Florida.
Okay, that's the deal. Yeah, I'll end up picking you up and taking you to Vegas, and we'll just go have a
Yeah,
nice
that's
dinner.
all right with me too.
All
I
right?
think, all yours. You
Yeah.
taught me a lot already. So, do you
Nope.
count cards, by the way?
Yeah, I'm a good card counter. I
Okay.
go like this. Yeah,
Yeah, all
no,
right. Yeah.
forget that. So, but all right, guys. Thank you guys for being on. Appreciate that. If you guys want to learn more, feel free to take my course at techdaddyvideos.com. I will have my phone number on top of this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Just leave me your name and your number if I don't answer for any reason, and I would try to call you back. If you want to sign up for a course and do have a question, feel free to leave your name and number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, or I might surprise you and even answer the phone. So, with that being
Sure.
said, if you're brand new to this channel, I appreciate that you guys give me a thumbs up for this video, and Steve a thumbs up on this video, and uh, just go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you like, and hit the notification bell. We'll let you know when I'm on next. All right. Well, I'm on mostly every Monday nights at 6 p.m. my time, Pacific time. So if you watch this video later, feel free to tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. and I should be on. All right. All right, Steve, thank you very much. You have a good night in Florida, and I'm going to
Yeah,
have a good
you
night
too.
here in California. And
Good night, everybody.
all right, so we will see you guys on the next one. All right, see you guys. You guys have a good one. Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye bye now.